Is Caitlin Clark overrated? Is Caitlin Clark underrated? What is the proper evaluation of Caitlin Clark? This is the only place that you're going to hear it here. Bump all the hype, bump all the fanfare. Let's talk actual sports intellect. All right. Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark is going to be good in the WNBA, right? Caitlin Clark is going to be good in the WNBA. Is she going to come in and initially take over or immediately take over? No, she's not built for that. Literally, the only people who literally came in the WNBA and like took over right when they got there was Candace Parker. Look at how Candace Parker is built. Look at the lineage Candace Parker comes from, brother, in the NBA. Candace Parker, what, 6'4", 6'5"? Like Duncan in college was super duper her. Was the world ready for that? No, the world wasn't ready to accept that, right? Now, Caitlin Clark is more marketable. She's the All American girl from Iowa, of all places, right? So, literally, Middle America is rooting for her. But I saw somebody say this is what happens. Caitlin Clark was coming off a screen and she didn't get the ball, and she like mid game she starts pouting like, "Oh my god!" Like, huh? And somebody goes, "See, this is what happens when you're a white superstar in a black sport. You get froze out." And that was the most asinine comment I've ever heard. Why? Because the WNBA is literally a league where Brianna Stewart, aka Stewie, she's the reigning MVP. She's a white woman. Sabrina Ionescu, for like she has her own signature shoe that just came out. You see what I'm saying? That was a dumb comment. Now, the truth of the matter is, if look, seriously, from a basketball standpoint, I'm gonna tell you what you need to do with Caitlin Clark. You got to build around her the way you build around Steph Curry. In Iowa, she had the ball in her hand too much. And people forget at Davidson, Steph Curry was actually the two guard. He was not the point guard, right? So what did the Warriors do? They got rid of Monte Ellis because there was too much overlap in their skill set, right? Both smaller guards, around 6'2", 6'3", both shooting the rock a lot. So they put Steph Curry at the one, only on paper. You go and get a Draymond who can facilitate from the forward position. You go and get an Iguodala who can facilitate from the forward position. That's how the Indiana Fever have to build around Caitlin Clark. She has the ball in her hand too much, and you have to go and get a bigger guard or a forward who can facilitate from that position to free her up so that she's not trying to run the offense, because I'm telling you right now, her handle is not like that. Those defenders in the NBA, WNBA, they saw what Raven Johnson did to her, right? And they are licking their chops. They're like, "Oh yeah, when she comes here, when we play her, it's a wrap." They want her to have the ball in her hand. They want her to be trying to initiate the offense. She has to use her passing ability, coming off of screen, off of the screen, bam, up, pump fake, bam, get it to the open person. She has to be the second person, right, to get the ball, not the one to initiate the offense. That's how the Golden State Warriors were able to mask Steph Curry as a point guard for all these years. Steph has never been a point guard. That might be a hot take for some of you, but Steph has never been a point guard, right? He's been, and I always tell people this, he's been the knockout punch for the Warriors. He was not the initiator. He was not the playmaker. He's the knockout punch for the Warriors. And Caitlin Clark is going to have to be the same thing, right? Caitlin Clark is going to have to be the same thing for the Indiana Fever. She cannot be the knockout punch. Excuse me, she cannot be the facilitator. She has to be the knockout punch. They have Aaliyah Boston, so they have their post presence for the future. You have Caitlin Clark. You have your shooter, your box office draw. You need to go and get the players now to put around her so that it opens up her game and she doesn't have all the facilitating duties, ball handling duties, and the scoring duties. All right. That'll open up her scoring game, but she's going to be all right. And I think too that this thing between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, they're the magic and the bird of the WNBA. Jordan is coming soon. Jordan is coming. They're the magic and the bird of the WNBA. So they're the ones that's going to get, people, casual sports fans, right? Sports fans are going to start buying into the WNBA because of these two. But the household name that's coming in a few years, that's Juju Watkins. Watch what I tell you. That's the Michael Jordan of that's the Mike. That's the one by the time she gets there, house is going to be a household name. The WNBA is now going to be a part of households. I want to be like Juju. That's going to be the thing, right? The league is going to have expanded. I promise you, they're going to put her in a great market. I'm going to put her in a great market, and that's who's going to be it, right? Another one for y'all to look forward to. If you're not hip, Sarah Strong. Sarah Strong, that's going to UConn. Watch out for her. Crazy game. Big guard, right? Big guard. Sarah Strong shoots like, I'm not even going to hold you. I'm not even going to hold you. Sarah Strong shoots like Clay and facilitates like LeBron from the forward position. Cold, right? Those are names to watch out for. But you got to get Caitlin Clark with somebody like a Sarah Strong, right? You got to get her somebody like a Sarah Strong who can get the ball, go facilitate from the forward position, get the attention off Caitlin. Caitlin get the ball, bam, and then expand from there. Because once Caitlin really starts hitting and starts seeing the ball go through the net, now that's going to bring that Steph Curry like gravity. The defense is going to shade to her side. It's going to be 2, 3, 4 defenders over there. That's going to open it up for Aaliyah Boston to be able to now create and get her offense on the low block. All right. But right now, I don't think Caitlin's over. I don't think she's overrated. She's dang sure not getting shaded because she's a white superstar in a black league. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Right now, she's not built for an instant transition, right? Her body frame, she's not like built like this, or she's not towering over everybody. She's going to have to get used to the physicality, right? And the longer she's out there, displaying the attitude is going to make her an even bigger target, right? Because if she's lovable in the public but not likable on the court, you're going to have players who understand, this is the biggest crowd I've ever played in front of in terms of being a WNBA professional player. So they're going to show what they're capable of doing because they know if they could ball out on Caitlin, they're going to go viral, right? They're going to go viral. They're going to get a lot of looks. And check this out. This is what she has to watch out for. If she adds the unlikability factor to that by complaining to the refs, flipping out on teammates, being overly in the game, yes, it could be looked at as being competitive or being emotional to fellow athletes, but the average person is going to start rooting against her. So now she doesn't want to go from America's sweetheart, America's darling to, oh, you know what I'm saying? She's overrated. She's a diva. She's this, she's that. She's complaining all the time. She's just so over the top, right? Just so over the top with her expressions. That's how some people mask their hate for LeBron James. As great as he's been, as much as he's done. Oh, he's just always throwing his hand. He's this always this, that, and the third. So she has to be careful for that. But no, Caitlin's not overrated. Indiana Fever, get her a forward who can facilitate for her. Don't go and get a little guard, right? Don't get a little guard who come up dribbling up the court like this. No, get her a big forward who can facilitate for her, open up the game for her, somebody in that wing position, and watch they start balling, right? But I give it a couple years. I'm telling you, the Jordan of the league is coming. Juju Watkins. They're already starting to press run early, right? She's on the NBA Players podcast. She's everywhere. They're starting to press run early. They're getting her ready. Look, they know she's Jordan. They know, look, okay, don't be fooled. They know Caitlin is Bird, right? You're going to help get that attention up from Middle America, but they know Juju is Jordan. They know that girl is Jordan, all right? So you heard it here first. Let's get it. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. What do you think about Caitlin Clark so far in the WNBA? How do you think she's faring? All right.